Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the episode of Geeking and Drinking. This is episode 62, and we have a lot to talk about. So let's go. What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Happy holidays from Geeking and Drinking. This is episode 62. I'm Eddie.
I'm Steven.
As always, and we are back. Sorry, there's just a lot. There's a lot. It's been a while since we recorded, and also I never really know what to say at the beginning of these things. So, but like I said, I know we have a lot to get through. Some movies that we've both seen. Not a lot of trailers. Just some trailers. I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And
more stuff.
But yes, I mean, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, thank you guys for checking us out. If you would rather listen to us on podcasts, we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the Anchor app. If you know, I doubt anyone has that unless they use it. But if you do have it, you can find us there too. But mainly on Spotify. If you guys enjoy the show, please make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, any questions you guys might have. I would love to really hear, the people that do watch the show. I really love to hear what they think. That's always fun. And, like I said, if you guys have any questions, that'll be very much appreciated. And then share with your friends, anybody who, that likes craft beer, anybody who's trying to craft beer, and anybody who just loves geek shit in general. That's why we do this show, because we're into that, and I know there are people out there who are into it. So,
and if you just love beer in general too, we do that too. We drink and geek. We geek and drink.
So, but yes, I mean, just
and speaking of drinking, of course we have something to drink.
So on today's episode, I don't know if we ever had. Well, I'm pretty sure we had this brewery before on our show. Local boys or local people from Houston, Texas, and that's probably what I would say probably one of the more well-known breweries in Texas in general. Saint Arnold. I know this is definitely one of your favorites, the brewery at least.
Yeah, I've been to there before. I haven't been to the new part yet, but I definitely have been to the old part of the brewery, which was amazing. And I'm pretty sure we have featured some type of beer from them on this show.
I mean, we've had to,
What was that one that has like the radio on there? Isn't that one of theirs?
That was. Oh, I think it was one of theirs. I think, yeah, it's that blonde ale.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is that time of year, the time of cheer, and reindeer. I don't know. Anyway, it's Christmas, or couldn't be Christmas. It's the holidays.
'Tis the holiday season.
So obviously we have little decorations here, but also we are featuring the Christmas ale from Saint Arnold Brewery. Sorry, go ahead.
Ye Oodie Christmas Ale, rich and cheerful. This is coming at a 7.5 alcohol. Wow, was not expecting it to be that high.
So the little information about this beer: a rich copper-colored hearty ale, perfect for holiday season, with a malty sweetness and spicy hop character. The generous use of 5 different malts is responsible for the full flavor, high alcohol level of this beer. Did you already say the alcohol level?
7.5.
Damn, what does it say down here? Does it say right here?
On the side.
Jeez. Man, this Christmas ale. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It says Saint Arnold Christmas ale is best consumed at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. That's good to know. That's good to know. Recommendation pairings are fruitcake, Christmas pudding, and squash biscuit. I don't know what that is.
Squash?
It says squash bisque. Bisque. I don't know what that says. But yeah, this is a Christmas ale from St. Arnold, and like Steven said, or coming in at 7.5, so it's pretty up there. I mean, it's an ale. It reminds me of more of like a, I guess, a dark lager. And, those kind of tastes. I want to say I've had this one before. Have you had it?
Yes, yeah, we both had this one. We've drank it before during Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I know at the old house, but I don't think ever on the show though.
Yeah. I will say though, one of the first words in that description was copper. Oh yeah. I mean, not in a bad way. It's real crisp. It is really good when it's cold. Obviously, I mean, it's good. I like it. I like Saint Arnold. They're good. I wish I would have visited them when I went, but I didn't. So yeah.
So what have you been watching?
What I have been watching?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got done watching Dope Sick on Hulu. It's a like a dramedy, not a dramedy at all. It's a drama series on Hulu, starring Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, Caitlin Dever,
Peter Sarsgaard.
Yeah, Peter Sarsgaard, and a lot of Will Poulter. What's his name? Adam Warlock himself. Dude, it's funny because he got cast in Guardians 3, right? And then the show comes out, and you can tell your boy's been working out because he is buff. I'm like, yep. You can tell he's gonna be in a horror movie. But yes, this show pretty much follows the OxyContin epidemic in the late '90s and early 2000s. Kind of like everything from like a small town doctor that was prescribing who his patients end up getting addicted, all the way to the district attorneys that are trying to take down a big pharmaceutical company, and then also the head executives at Purdue Pharma, which is the company that made and distributed the drug and everything. And yeah, it's really good show. It pisses you off in a sense, like, oh, like these fucking people, like they like the way they just lied and straight up. It's a really good show if you're into that kind of like drama, and especially like real something that happened for real. So I really enjoyed it. I think there was like 9 episodes and they're each an hour long, so they're really good, and the cast is pretty good too. Michael Keaton, can't go wrong with him. I think that's about it. That's what I've been watching.
That's the only thing you've been watching?
I think so.
Wow.
You?
Well, I just recently got into Yellowstone, so I've been watching that. All caught up on that.
I know.
And then it just came out too. I started watching Cowboy Bebop on Netflix, the live action.
Did you ever watch the animated?
Yeah. I used to watch it and kind of watched it again just to kind of get re-familiar with all the characters again. But yeah, I used to watch it.
Do you need to watch the original to understand this one?
No,
because
not at all.
I want to watch it because it looks interesting. I don't have to watch the whole, anime, the original anime from what, like 2000s. It's like it's one of the first more popular ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, these came out around 98.
I remember always seeing them on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's where I would always watch it. But yeah, no, definitely you do not have to watch the animated series to be familiar with what's going on here. Mm-hmm. It's just definitely a plus for fans that have seen the animated the anime. But you could definitely just go right into it and we'll just start watching this without missing anything or not knowing what's going on. It's still pretty self-explanatory, or explains what's going on. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, like I said, I want to check it out because it looks interesting. I saw like all the trailers they had for it, and I was like, oh, this looks like just so out of left field. Like, I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the graphics on it are amazing. They're really cool. Kind of reminds me of
Does it look all cool in 4K with the new 4K TV?
Oh yeah, definitely. It kind of reminds me of like Robert Rodriguez doing not Robert Rodriguez. Was it Robert Rodriguez? Sin City.
Yes. Robert Rodriguez. Yes.
Sin City kind of meets like Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's exactly the feeling I get from it. Like I was like, that looks really cool. That's why I was like drawn to it because I was like, it reminded me of a more like action kind of like you said, like if someone like Robert Rodriguez did like a Scott Pilgrim film, like it looks exactly like that. So I was like definitely intrigued by it. So I mean, they already put all the episodes out. Is it? I know it's on Netflix. Is it like? Is it a? Can you binge it all or?
Yeah, you know how Netflix does. They always just put everything straight up on their platform. So yeah, every episode's on. There's only 10 episodes. I think I'm like on the 4th or 5th episode right now.
Oh.
They are ranging between like 35 minutes to an hour. Kind of depends on the episode.
Probably the first one was the longest one. Right? Usually.
Yeah, usually.
I also have been rewatching all the Spider-Man movies.
Good for you.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The Andrew Garfield ones are they kind of grew on me. I was watching them. I was like, okay, all right. And of course, I teared up when in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, when Gwen Stacy, I was like, oh no, Gwen. It's a good movie though.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely loved the first one. The first one was really, really good. The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. For some reason, even the suit looked a lot better than in the second one. I don't know why they changed it.
Yeah. I noticed that the suit looks a lot different, and in the second one, it's fine, but it's just like I like the one in the first one better. It looks way cooler.
Yeah, it looks more. I don't know. It just looks, like cooler. And like this one, they kind of make it like, okay, he's just wearing pajamas now.
Yeah.
So.
And then also too, I did rewatch Homecoming, and and also too, like I know they're getting off track, but like not off track, but just like. I know I always give Tom Holland a hard time, and I finally figured out which movie I like Tom Holland the most. Like which his portrayal of Spider-Man do I like the most in which movie? Can you guess what movie it is?
Yeah, you told me the other day.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War. Civil War. I was like, damn. Like I first saw that, I was like, hey, that's
It's
cool.
just not even a Spider-Man movie. It's a Captain America movie, but that's where he first came out.
Yeah. I never said a Spider-Man movie. And then of course I watched Homecoming, and I do like the movie. It's not a bad movie. I think Michael Keaton really, really saves the movie. And I'm gonna rewatch No Way Home. Far From Home soon. That one, I don't know. I gotta rewatch it again. But usually that one was the one I didn't really like the most. I was like, eh. But anyway.
I guess because with that one, there was a lot of like expectations that didn't happen because everyone,
Well, not only that, it's just it seemed really far fetched, like a stretch. Like they're really like trying to make you believe this. I'm just like, I just don't buy it. Like I don't. I get Mysterio's whole thing is he's an
illusionist.
Yeah, illusionist, and that's his whole fucking thing. But like, I'm just like. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. Like I'm just like the whole drones and everything he's fighting was basically special effects. I'm like, what? I mean, they look cool, but I was like, I just don't buy it. But again, I gotta rewatch it, and I also know this movie does kind of set up a lot too, especially with the new one coming out. So, I'm eager, and also too, like I never really liked Sam Jackson in the original in Far From Home because he just the way he is that he to me it just wasn't Nick Fury. I'm like, why is it? He's so weird, But then again, it's not Nick Fury. It's a Skrull. It's a Skrull that looks like Nick Fury that's trying to act like Nick Fury. It's so weird. Like I was listening to a podcast and they were kind of explaining in that sense. They're like this Nick Fury is basically like if Sam Jackson was trying to be Nick Fury, like in real life. And
yeah.
They're like, and this is pretty much what it is because he's a Skrull. It's not Nick Fury. It's someone else trying to be Nick Fury, and it's just like, oh, okay. You're talking about that. I kind of get it now. I like it. But like I said, I gotta rewatch it. I'm gonna rewatch it probably tomorrow, and then just But again, I've been hyping myself up for this new Spider-Man movie, and I know you're already hyped up that you don't really want to talk much about it, but I don't know. I'm just like I'm excited, but I'm also kind of just annoyed too. I know you're annoyed, especially annoyed with like all like the theories and everything going around. It's just I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
And I mean, there's also a lot of fucking things out there that people are putting out there that I don't know what's real, what's not real. What's fan made, what's not fan made, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't want to get like spoiled for anything. I really want to go in this not knowing anything and not having high expectations for something that's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. I mean, like for instance, in Far From Home, the whole Peter Parker meeting Jake Gyllenhaal's character, the Mysterio, and it's like, oh, there's other multiverses.
Yeah.
Which was a bit of a setup, but there was no multiverse.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was not what And the thing is, that didn't didn't disappoint me. I don't know. Like, I was just more like, again, I was just so caught up with the whole I don't buy the Mysterio thing. But yes. I mean, this movie is like probably one of those like gonna be famous for like everybody that has their expectations, and some of them might not be met. And again, some of them like okay, I get that sounds cool, that'll be cool, that happened. But then some of them I'm just like no, like one of them is the whole Matt Murdock thing, the whole Daredevil thing. That he's gonna show up, and I think you mentioned to me that he's actually cast in the movie. I'm like,
I was just saying that. I don't know.
Oh, you fucker. But that's one of the things too. Matt Murdock's gonna show up. I'm like, no, he's not. Like, no. Like, I mean, if he does,
I mean, dude,
cool.
people are getting so hardcore into this. Like, look at the hairs on that guy's arm. It's like, ew. Like, it's just a guy's hairy arm.
It's a guy's arm. Like, and then like again, I was listening to a podcast, and like one of them was like, I think I even talked about this before too. Like that he was like already speculating, like, oh yeah, like I believe this movie is gonna set up Toby getting his fourth movie and Andrew getting his. I'm like, they're not gonna want to make another Spider-Man movie. Like they're already old. Like Andrew Garfield's over here doing like Academy Award-winning movies and musicals. Tobey Maguire, like no one's seen him.
He's almost 50.
Yeah, and Tobey Maguire's, like they're not gonna want to make another Spider-Man movie. Like I just I don't know. Like, and then I don't know if you saw today at the time of the time of this recording. The tickets already went on. I think went on sale last night, which we gotta get our tickets. But out of nowhere, Sony's like, "Oh, we got 3 more Spider-Man movies coming out." Like, ugh. Like why do y'all keep doing this? Like, just let this one come out. It's only a couple weeks away. Why couldn't you wait?
So it's funny, like it's funny that Sony made that big announcement, considering too the fact that what was it, like a week or two ago, Tom Holland made that other comment. If I'm playing Spider-Man in my 30s, I've done something wrong, kind of thing. And then it's like, oh hey, we're doing 3 more movies. It's like,
I mean, they didn't wait. Did they even say it was 3 movies with Tom Holland?
Yes.
They did? Okay, they did. Okay, I was like, okay. Well, I was like, if they didn't, then that's like a little loophole. I was like, maybe he is right.
And supposedly one of those 3 movies is going to be featuring, supposedly, and this could just be people just throwing stuff out there, but because of the end credits of Venom, supposedly we're supposed to get a Venom, Spider-Man, and Miles Morales movie together.
It's just like that'd be cool to see. I'm not saying that it's not gonna become. Just like, can y'all just take it easy? Like like let us have this one first. Let us enjoy.
I mean, yeah,
it.
there's so much high expectations for this one. There's so much things that's gonna happen in this one. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors, a lot of things that are gonna happen in this one. But yes, let us have this one first, then go on and let's talk other universes and other villains and possible crossovers and stuff like that.
Like one of the ones that I hate hearing about is that people are like, oh yeah, like the Doctor Strange in this movie is not Doctor Strange, it's the evil one from What If. I'm like, no, it's not. Like they're not gonna do that. Like I just feel like that's far fetched. Like
Yeah, that is bit.
I'm just like, 'cause again, not everybody watch What If, so it's like if it just so happens to be like, oh, this Doctor Strange, it's not the one you're thinking of from the other movies. It's the one from the cartoon episode that we released. I'm just like, not a lot of people. That's gonna go over so many heads. Like I don't know, just like that. That's one.
That's just like way out there.
And then people are like, oh, we're gonna get Miles Morales, or we're gonna get Gwen, Spider Gwen, and I'm just like, I mean, yes, it's all possible, but just like, what were the main problems for Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2? What was the main problem of those movies?
Trying to put too much in it.
They're trying to put way too much in it, and this one already has, in my opinion, way too much of it. When they started casting Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, Doctor Strange, that's when I was all like, okay, this movie, this movie's getting pretty stacked. And then we get the trailer, the first trailer that pretty much kind of confirms that Green Goblin's gonna be in it. And then we're like, okay, that's one more character. And then we get this another trailer where it's like, okay, yeah, Green Goblin's definitely in it. Also the Lizard and Sandman. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this is so fucking cool, but we're doing the same thing we did before. I remember the hype around Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and when seeing that movie, and just that was the main problem. They tried to squeeze way too much into it. I'm just worried that's gonna be a problem in this movie again. But again, this isn't just Sony; it's Sony with Marvel. So, for that reason alone, I'm excited for it. But I'm also just very, very worried, ugh. But yeah,
you need another one.
So that movie comes out December
17th.
Which
tickets are already on sale.
Yes.
Which I haven't even checked to see if the first weekend has been booked. I need to get my tickets for it.
But then again, last time, when we saw Endgame, everywhere was sold out. We still didn't get tickets, but it was at a smaller theater.
I mean, I really don't mind the theater, whichever theater, because regardless, I'm going to see this movie
again,
multiple times in theaters.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you off here. But yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure we can get tickets. I'm more than sure we can get tickets. We just gotta get them soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm really excited about this, especially after watching all the Spider-Man movies, and then just I mean, I don't know. I have my own little theories or what I think might happen.
One thing is, I know Kevin Feige's always said that, okay, so now that we're doing these shows on Disney Plus, they are going to be, part of the
greater universe.
Of the greater universe. So you would need to watch them and knowing what's going to happen when you re-see these characters on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. We just recently got the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So obviously during this time, the time right now in Hawkeye is the holiday season. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
And so I want to know where in this timeline is it taking place amongst the universe that with everything else that's already been going on from WandaVision. There wasn't too much going on with the Falcon Winter Soldier. I mean, that was pretty much straightforward.
And I think in that one they even mentioned it was 6 months after the snap, right? I think I remember they even say in the speech it was 6 months ago Thanos did this. So I think that one is the closest to Endgame. No. Take that back. Loki is actually closest to Endgame because Loki pretty much happens right after, during Endgame, because he leaves halfway through the movie. And then he immediately goes on his journey, which we saw in Loki. WandaVision, I think, I'm not sure, it was a year or I don't know. They never really mentioned it. In this one, I think someone said this one is, I can't, cause I don't really know the dates, but I think it's maybe a year or 2 after Endgame. I think. Again, I could be wrong because, again, and also too, we're not really sure because again, in Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness, we're not really sure exactly yet what's causing that Multiverse of Madness because We thought it was gonna be set up in WandaVision, which it kind of little was because she was over here missing with shit. And then that's it. It just stopped. And then we get Loki, and then that shit happens. We're like, okay, yeah, this caused it. This is what caused it. And now we're just like, well, I don't know, because now we get Spider-Man, and then him and Doctor Strange are fucking shit up.
There's already madness going on there.
Yeah, so it's just like there's 3 different events, and we don't know exactly what's causing this multiversal. It could be all of them. It could be just different things, and it's just like problem. But it's just like I don't know. Like I think we're still trying to figure out the timeline. And yeah, you're right. Like these show. I don't know where this is set at. Maybe as the show goes on, something's gonna happen at the end of this show to where it starts showing some shit's getting all weird. So we kind of get a better understanding. But speaking on that though, what do you think of Hawkeye so far?
I'm digging it. I'm liking it. I know it's starting off a little slow, but I mean, I've kind of figured that much was going to happen because you're pretty much setting up. I mean, yeah, of course you're bringing in an old, veteran character, and Jeremy Renner playing Hawkeye, but you're also at the same time bringing in a whole brand new character and developing her, in Haley Steinfeld's character, Kate Bishop. So obviously there's going to be some character development there. I feel I mean, the last because they released 2 episodes, so the second episode did leave us on a pretty much cliffhanger.
I'll be honest, I gotta rewatch them. I watched the first episode. I saw that one, but I think we watched the second one. Like, I forgot what we were doing. I think it was a Saturday. We were drinking a little bit, so I didn't really intake too much of it in, but I remember parts of it. And yeah, like I will say that this is, other than Falcon Winter Soldier, this is the most like grounded show. Like it's really like kind of like there's no people in flying around. There's no like, it's just Hawkeye with his bow and arrow, which isn't a bad thing. I did like the first episode where they like showed scenes from 2012. With the New York attack. I did enjoy that. I think this one has a real kind of Marvel Netflix show type of villain. That is probably not too much because I know the Netflix villains are pretty cool. Like I know you like what's his name, Kilgrave? No, Kilgrave.
David Tennant's character from Jessica Jones.
And then also too, what's his name from Luke Cage first season? Mahershala Ali played him. It was like Hammer or like something. He had a name, but he was also really good. So again, I may maybe downplaying the Netflix villains, but Diamondback, that was his name, Diamondback. Mahershala Ali. Yes, I got it. That's right.
Where is he?
Should be one of the main ones. Anyway, Anyway, the villains in the Hawkeye series, I just you have the track suit mafia dudes that are always saying bro, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. And
then you have the Kate Bishop's mom, who's played by Vera Farmiga, her boyfriend, who I forgot his name. But apparently he's like a swordsman who in the comic, which this show is probably one of the first Netflix show that is actually really, taking inspiration from the comic, which is Hawkeye by Matt Fraction. And you could just tell by the, if you've seen the cover, that even the intro, the intro credits for this show are like,
oh yeah,
exactly like that.
Ooh, I can't wait for that to happen.
What?
I forgot. We're supposed to get someone, a new character that was just introduced to us.
So again, if you've seen Black Widow. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
Florence Pugh's character.
Mm-hmm.
She's supposed to be reprising her role in this season because if you remember in the end credits
Black Widow.
Of Black Widow, Madam Hydra
played by Julie Louis Dreyfus. Julia Gulia. Anyway, the chick from Seinfeld, who also was introduced in Falcon Winter Soldier.
She gives Florence Pugh's character the picture of Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, saying that he was the one that killed her sister, Black Widow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
And again too, like with these shows and the movies, like I remember, because originally Black Widow was supposed to come out.
Let's come back to it. Let's take a quick break real quick.
Okay, no problem.
We'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. And hey guys, we are back. Sorry about that. We just heard a little something outside, so we just had to go check it out real quick. But everything's all good. We back, and where were we? What were we doing? We were talking about so Hawkeye.
One thing I wanted to ask, because you just mentioned that that Florence Pugh is cast in this show, and she will again, we don't know in what capacity, but she will in one way or another appear in this show, whether it be a post-credit scene or a small role. Anyway, whatever. But so originally we were supposed to get Black Widow, before the pandemic hit and before everything else hit. We were supposed to get Black Widow before anything else, before any of the Marvel shows. And we, of course, of everything, everything got pushed back. I think even wasn't Falcon Winter Soldier supposed to be first? I could have sworn that was gonna be one of the first ones that we were supposed to get. Anyway, regardless, Black Widow was the first movie that we were supposed to get, before all these Marvel shows. At the end of Black Widow, the post-credit scene, we see Madame Hydra, played by Elaine,
played by
Elaine. Yeah, Elaine. It's the first time we see her at the end. Sorry, I keep stuttering over my words. Anyway, Falcon Winter Soldier, she comes out in another post-credit scene, right?
Not really a post-credit scene.
It wasn't a post-credit scene. She came out in the show.
She came out in the show.
Right. And then she came out in the post-credit scene as well. So, my question to you is, are you happy with how we got it in the order? Like, we saw Falcon Winter Soldier where she has a little more of a bigger role. It wasn't big at all, but it was still bigger than just a post-credit scene that we got in Black Widow. Because remember, Black Widow was supposed to come out first. So, that was in theory going to be the first introduction we got to her. And then we get the show, and then she has a little bit of a bigger part. As opposed to how we actually got it. We got her in the show with a bigger part, and then Black Widow as a post-credit scene. Which one would you have preferred, or do you like it the way it was?
I think the way it happened was fine, because even in the post-credit scene, or the end credit scene in Black Widow, it's not like it was like a big thing for her to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Same, and I was not like oh my gosh, there she is in fucking Winter Soldier, either. It was just kind of like, oh, cool, they're setting something up.
Yeah. That's how I kind of took it too. Yeah, me too. Like, when I saw her in Falcon Winter, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And when I saw Black Widow, I'm like, oh, I was like, that's cool, because she was in the she was in the show. Now she's in the movie, which is cool. I can't wait to see what we get more with her. And did they ever announce any type of season 2 for Falcon Winter Soldier? I know they introduced Captain America 4.
Not necessarily. They pretty much Captain America 4. I think it's going to be the continuation of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Then it makes me think, like, how are they going to handle Bucky? Like, are they going to just do another season with him, or is he going to be a bigger character in Captain America 4?
I think he's going to be a bigger character in the fourth one.
Yeah. I like to hope so. I mean, he's probably one of my favorite characters in the MCU in general. Ever since Winter Soldier and with those knife skills, Ever since then, I've always loved him. He's basically he's basically like the bad boy Captain America. Like, he has all of Captain America's strength. He's just like Captain America, but he has a metal arm. And he's awesome. I don't know. Like, I just.
He doesn't really do a lot of the cool moves like Captain America, though.
But when he has the shield, though, come on, he handles. He handles the shield pretty good.
Yes, but like he doesn't have like the badass backflip kick that Captain America did.
Backflip kick.
The
Oh, true. I don't know. I like Winter Soldier.
And all the spin moves too that Captain America does.
But yeah, I mean, again, like we just got this Hawkeye show, so I'm really hoping that it's gonna pick up. I mean, and granted, like I think before this year, I think my least anticipated show was Loki, and that ended up being my most favorite of the year so far. Right behind that is WandaVision, and then right now Falcon Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye is really slow for me. Like we watched the second episode, I wasn't even paying attention. That's how much I was kind of like, whatever. But again, hopefully it picks up. We have this show all the way in. I think all the way until we get Book of Boba Fett. So it's nice to have a show to watch every week again. Because I remember I love coming home on, was it Wednesdays and watching Loki, and Fridays and for WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier. That was I always love watching new episodes and seeing everybody's reactions and reviews. So it's good to be doing that again. But yeah, that's Hawkeye for you. I'm gonna take a sip of my beer. You could say something.
So no, I was just kind of thinking because it was like how you were saying that Loki was. You're just saying like Loki was, your least anticipated, and it ended up being one of your favorites. I guess I can honestly say that too, just because I was like, what are they gonna do with Loki? Like, how are they gonna work this out? And same thing with WandaVision, because we all know if you've seen Avengers Infinity War, we all know that Thanos kills Vision, and so we're like, well, how's this gonna work? Like, how does he come back? So obviously it gets explained in the show.
Yeah.
But the thing was with the WandaVision that I was just real like I'm just wasn't fully on board with was the whole that they were gonna do like sitcom versions of it, like
yeah. You saying you didn't like that? Or you
at
first you didn't.
At first
the thought of it.
Yeah, I was just like especially too that thing like what the first 2 episodes that were shot in black and white, and they're like, oh, we use an actual studio audience, to make it authentic and this and that. I was like, ugh.
The reason I liked it is because it does get later kind of explained in the show, is that like the show is all about grief and trauma, especially Wanda's, and that's how she deals with her trauma, is putting everything in a sitcom world, because that's what she grew up watching. So in that respect, that's why I was like, oh, this is genius. But yeah, I get what you mean. You're just like, like.
Well, no, I understand that. Like, after watching the show, it and everything, it made more sense and it was cool. But I'm saying, like, when they announced it and how they said it was gonna be, I was kind of like, I don't know. But I think I want to say maybe WandaVision out of all the shows was my favorite. I don't want to say anything yet about Hawkeye because again, it's just only the first 2 episodes. It's just starting. So
do we know how many episodes we're getting with this? They usually been about 6, like with the exception of WandaVision is 9.
I think 6.
Because really WandaVision is 9 because they're all like 30 minutes long, right? They're really short. And these they're not hours, but they're like 45, 50 minutes. They're not 30 minutes. Like WandaVision ones, they flew by. And I remember we remember those we were watching those when the snowstorm rolled through here. So
yeah.
But yeah. I mean, we'll see with this Hawkeye show. So I guess you want to stay here on the.
Looks like it's 6 episodes.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're about to be halfway through, so they better pick up that. So I guess we'll stay on the Marvel train. It's been a while since we've seen it both. We saw it at the same time, but we did see Eternals, and we have not yet talked about it. And I know you've been waiting to talk about it. Hopefully you're not too harsh on it, but I liked it. What did it have issues? Sure, yeah. Were there things I was like really confused about, and I didn't really like it. Went over my head, definitely. But I liked it because I like those type of movies. Like, I think this movie came out around the same time Dune came out, so it was really highly compared to that, and the way it looked and the way it felt, like as far as scope or scale, that's why I liked it, because that's kind of shit that I like. But they were also I'll let you go ahead and talk now.
All right. Eternals. I absolutely knew nothing about them.
Me neither.
Never really read anything about them. I was always focused on a lot of the main characters, and even then, it was always kind of like here and there with stuff. So going into this one, I absolutely knew nothing about them, what their backgrounds were, what their...
I only watched the trailers. I didn't watch any like the little spots or like I know they release videos on YouTube, like, you know, here's the members of Eternals and there's her other names and their powers. I didn't see any of that, so I didn't really know. Sorry. So
just gonna put this on me for a little bit. Did I really enjoy the cast? Yes, the cast was really good. I think each person was cast fairly good to represent the characters that they played. The director, I think she did a really good job. Cinematography wise, I thought the effects and everything on it were so amazing. What's her name? Chloe Zhao. The other thing too is my biggest issue, I would have to say, is the story.
now, is it the story or is it how really, really condensed it was? Like, just compact.
Here's the thing. It was weird. It was like, it felt like everything was condensed and compact in there. They were trying to explain a lot without explaining a lot, I guess, if you can make sense out of that. And I felt like the movie was way too long for what it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was long.
How you felt about Aquaman?
Yeah.
You went to go watch it in theaters, right?
No. I worked in the movie theater while I was out, but I never saw it there. I actually saw it for the first time, like, just at home. But I was like, yeah, this movie's pretty long. And there's special effects everywhere.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of how I felt.
Aquaman.
Yeah, because I was just really like, at certain points, I was just kind of like, okay, it's
just done.
Almost done. Like, I'm just ready for it. The other thing that was pretty cool about it, was the Celestials, but at the same time, I was kind of like, okay, that's kind of ridiculous.
That what, like their whole plan?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had not seen Eternals, spoilers. It's been out for a while, so we're gonna talk about it. But so one of the main really, really kind of like, I wouldn't say complex, but like one things that I was like, wait, what? Well, I think was what you're saying is that like their whole plan, the reason the Eternals are even here on Earth, is to sustain Earth, to help it mature and grow for a population, for the planet to flourish. All because there's a celestial growing in the Earth's surface, and this is how they're born. That they're I guess essentially the planet is an egg, and it needs to feed off of the planet in order to be born. So that's what
all its resources and all the things that that humanity develops.
Yes, is what's needed for this celestial to be born and to go on living. Yes, I think the Celestials were, first of all, again, like I keep saying, scale. Like, they're huge. I can't, like, just how, like, it's a huge fucking thing. And even, like, the visual of the hand coming out with the face on the earth, I thought that was fucking cool. But yeah, I will admit that whole thing, I'm just like, oh, ugh. Like, I was like, because again, like, we've gotten plenty of Celestials in the MCU already.
Yeah, we were definitely first introduced to them in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
The first one, and in the second one. Because technically,
Eagle.
Eagle was a Celestial.
Yeah. So essentially, like Peter Quill is somewhat part of Celestial. I don't think Thanos is in Celestial. I don't think so. I think it's I don't know, honestly. But that whole part I was like, okay, and I was like, and then one thing too, like like a lot of like running, I guess, like, well, I listened to a lot. I've this is one of the movies that I really downloaded a lot of reviews of famous like YouTubers I really like to see what they thought about it, and most of them, they didn't like it. Some of them did, but some of them did not like it, and and I understand it. Like you not liking it, like I'm not offended. I get it. I think a lot more other people don't like it for different reasons, because I think it's still one of the lowest rated Marvel movies on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe. It's rotten.
Next to Thor.
Yeah, next to Thor. Like it really doesn't have a good score at all. So not a lot of people, enjoyed it. But like I forgot what I was saying.
Get there.
Oh no. Oh yeah. One of the things that people kept saying about this movie, they're like, the Eternals were here, and they find out that their mission is pretty much to help destroy Earth, and like now they're like, no, Earth is pretty, and like most people in the reviews are like, no, we're not. Just kill us. Like, we're terrible. Like, why would you want to save us? We're terrible. Like, look what we do to ourselves. And it's just like, that's pretty funny. But I will agree, the cast, Gemma Chan, oh my god. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, she had nothing to do. She was the main character that had nothing to do. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know. I thought this movie was a lot on her, especially because she has Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek, two really, really amazing actresses, and like big time names, and I think essentially they took a back seat without actually taking a back seat, if that makes sense. Like, they took a back seat as far as like, no, we're not really the main character, but we're gonna make a big impact.
Yeah,
and I love that. I was a little disappointed that Salma Hayek got killed off pretty early.
Hey, whoa, what?
But I again, she did, but she still had a big impact. Angelina Jolie, she, for most of the movie, she was fighting her own kind of battle, but she still made a big impact just because oh my god, she's everything.
I definitely want to say that her character Athena and the I don't want to butcher his name, but the actor that played Gilgamesh. Mm-hmm. Were definitely my two favorite characters. I really love both of them. I was really sad to see what happened to Gilgamesh and how it affected Athena.
Yeah.
But
because like it's beautiful because like essentially they were in love.
But to be honest with you, I'm really curious, and I'm hoping Angelina comes back. I mean, obviously she has. I don't want to say that she has to, but
it was set up that she's going to come back.
From what we got from the end credit, but I really want to see, the adventures that her and
Barry,
Druig, and Makari.
Yeah, Makari, yeah. Which is the fast one, and the Druig is the one who can control minds, and Athena is a battle warrior.
Yeah, I really want to see what they're gonna get into now that we know that what's his name,
Harry.
The character that we just got introduced in the end credit.
Harry Styles.
Oh, that was Harry Styles?
Yeah,
Ew,
Harry Styles.
Gross.
Star Fox.
Yeah, Star Fox. I know it was like Fox. It's like Fox.
Yeah, it's Harry Styles.
Star Fox. Thanos' brother.
Again, these post credit scenes were the two of the most post credit scenes that just went over my head. I was like, okay, cool, and that's the thing too. I got spoiled with the Harry Styles thing. That's the one I got spoiled for because I was like those accounts we follow, like the movie ones. Yeah. Like one of them was like posting like about movies this year, about like just facts. Like they had like Bond, they had Kong vs Godzilla, they had Justice League. At the very end, I was just scrolling. At the very end, and it shows a picture of Harry Styles. Oh, Harry Styles was in the post credit scene for Eternals playing Thanos' brother. I'm like, what? This is like weeks before the movie came out. I'm like, what the fuck? So I saw it and I was like, oh. I'm like, okay. But even a lot of people too, they're just like, I don't really know much about him. Like and then the other one too, I had to look up the one with Jon Snow, Kit Harington, and apparently he's a big character, and apparently another big character came in and said hi, and nobody knew who it was, and just like you have to like be in the end to know who it was. Ended up being revealed that it was Blade.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was like, that can't be. I was like, because a lot of people was like, oh, it's Doctor Strange. I'm like, I don't think they put Doctor Strange in another fucking movie. So yeah, the whole Blade thing, even to the Blade thing doesn't even make all that much sense. I mean, it was him, but it just is. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Regardless of how I feel about the post credit scenes, I did like the movie. Was it really packed? Yes. Or was it full of action? No, definitely not. There was a lot of talking in this movie, which me personally, I loved it. I did not mind that at all. I think this movie was way better than Shang-Chi. I'll say that. Not a lot of people agree with me. That's fine. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yeah, because you're totally wrong.
But yeah, I mean, that's how I felt about it.
I want to say... can't think of it right now. That Star Fox had a pretty big role in the whole Thanos Gauntlet comic book series.
What, Infinity War? Infinity?
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really hear much about it.
But yeah, whatever. It's cool.
So,
but yeah. So
out of five, what would you get it? What would you give it?
Out of 5?
Yeah,
like a 3.
Okay, I give it about a 4. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 what? I don't know. Just 4 out of 5. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we say.
Yeah, no,
What else was there was something else with the movie
that we just saw?
with the Eternals that I wanted to say, but I can't remember now. Whatevs.
Kumail Nanjiani was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, his character. I was a little disappointed with his character.
Why? Because he's just not there.
Really was not there. He's been becoming a pretty big name, and he just wasn't there. Kit Harington's character too. It was a big deal that he was announced in it, and he wasn't even barely in it himself.
But Steven, he's gonna be in more movies in the future.
Whatevs.
Did you not see The Sword?
Whatevs.
What's his name again? He's what? Black Knight? No. What is he?
Dean Whitman. What is his character? Again, I'm not familiar with this character as well.
Dean Whitman. Yeah, like apparently his, what it is that his ancestry, had this sword and they would use it for bad things. He's basically an anti-hero. You got it?
Yeah, it's coming. Black Knight.
Black Knight.
So apparently what it is with the sword is that it gives you, these abilities and powers, but at the same time it takes life away from you or some shit like that.
Or it drives you mad is what it
Yeah.
I mean, I'm I'm eager to see where this is gonna go. Mainly because also too, last time Kit Harington got a sword. I mean, it's Game of Thrones. Yeah. I mean, that's only kind of. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of just
whatever.
I'm ready to move on from this.
Okay, let's go. Eternals was good. I like it. If you guys don't like it, whatever. Okay.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, you ain't the only one. But we did see another movie recently. Not together.
Loved it.
But we did see Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there real quick. Let me ask you a quick question here because I know I was the one excited for this movie. I really wanted to see it. I've been a fan of Ghostbusters from the very first Ghostbusters movie. You know, with Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray,
Ernie Hudson,
and Harold Ramis.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, my other favorite was Ghostbusters 2. You know, I saw that one in theaters. I didn't see the first one in theaters, obviously. That one was like in the late 80s. But the second one came out in the early 90s, so I saw that one in theaters, which was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. So when they said they were going to have this one do it
with the original director's son,
with Ivan's son,
Ivan Reichman's son, Jason Reichman, yeah.
I was pretty excited. I was really excited, and the fact that it was going to be based off of the old characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, this is going to be pretty cool. I can't wait. And then just kind of like with Star Wars, this was going to be my son's Ghostbusters because my son loves the Ghostbusters too, but my Ghostbusters is you know, the old school one.
Yeah.
He didn't really like the other one.
Which one? The 2016?
Yeah. The female cast. I mean, he enjoyed it. He thought it was funny.
That movie in general is not a Ghostbusters movie, in my opinion.
But, you know, that movie was what it was. I thought it had a pretty strong cast, you know, representing the Ghostbusters. But then, you know, when we found out that this one was going to come out, he was excited. I was excited. I know I kept telling you about it, and you were just always like,
This movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the first trailer. I was like, "Oh, this looks, you know, fun." You know, like especially because my son, you know, and you know, talk about being a proud parent. You know, he found and wanted to watch Ghostbusters on his own. I didn't even have to show him. One day his mom told me, "Oh, you know, he wants to watch Ghostbusters." I'm like, "What?" So I watched Ghostbusters, you know, with him, and he loved it. He hadn't seen the second one. So I was like, when this movie came out, I'm like, oh, I want to take him to go see it, of course. And again, like I seen the trailer, the first trailer I really loved. After I didn't really see anything else because I just kept seeing that they kept releasing like just little ad materials especially with the little marshmallow man. I'm like, okay, like just don't give everything away, whatever. But I wasn't really too tuned into it. And like not that I wasn't excited, but just again like I've seen the Ghostbusters, I like the Ghostbusters, but like I wasn't as big of a fan as you were. So with that being said, I seen the movie, and I mean it's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. It's fun, especially I said my son really enjoyed it. And there was a part where I did tear up, and I was surprised I teared up. 'Cause I'm like, oh wow, I didn't even think I cared this much, but oh my god, like,
I think just in general, if you're just a fan of,
yeah, especially if you know
of the actor,
and especially if like it's just like, like that's cool. I liked it. It was a good movie, like,
which was funny though because I teared up. My son kind of got teary eyed, and throughout the movie you could just hear everybody just like sniffling.
Yeah, I think the cast was really good. Paul Rudd was
Paul Rudd,
sexiest man alive. Paul Rudd.
I did. Was it? Did you say you did this? I did it too. Because it was me, my wife, and my son that went to go watch the movie. And as soon as Paul Rudd came out, I go, "Sexiest man alive."
That's what I did too. Yeah. I went to go see it with my son and my girlfriend. I was like, he comes on, like. Sexiest man alive, Paul Rudd. It's just every time you come out, that sexiest man alive right there, Paul Rudd. McKenna Grace, who played Phoebe, the main character, who was and this is in the trailer, so not a spoiler. Who basically plays the granddaughter of Spangler. I can never pronounce his name. Spangler. Eon. Yeah. Like I mean, I thought she was really good in the movie. She's definitely just. One of the standouts, especially because they made her look like him too. Like I thought that was super sweet. My favorite character was Podcast.
I was gonna say that was my favorite character.
I love Podcast.
Podcast is hilarious.
He was fucking hilarious. But yeah, no. I liked it. And I also too like that Finn Wolfhard was in the movie, but he wasn't like the main one. You know,
And he can tell like he wasn't trying hard to like
to
make
be
himself
the main one. Yeah.
to make himself known to be out there.
He was basically doing his own thing, and
Yeah.
it just happened to coincide with what his sister was doing. You know, so it's just like okay, cool. There were parts where I'm just like, really? Like, and also too, it's in the trailer where like he's fixing the car. I'm like, how do you know how to do that? How do you do it? How you do it? But again, they get it from their grandfather. They're smart. But yeah, no, I liked the movie. I thought it was super sweet. I thought it was really good. If you have kids, and if you like Ghostbusters and you have kids, you want to show them something that will probably be fun. I think this is a good movie.
Or if you're just a fan of the sexiest man alive,
Paul Rudd. But I will admit with you, like, this movie is to the this movie is to the first Ghostbusters what Force Awakens is to the first Star Wars.
Definitely.
100%. I remember at one point, because again, I've seen original Ghostbusters, a handful of times. But for me, I've seen both Ghostbusters, but I always remember the second one more, with the painting and the all that. I remember that more.
The slime.
Yeah, the slime. I remember that more. So I've seen the first Ghostbusters. I'm like, so I remember I was watching it again. My son's only seen the first one; he hasn't seen the second one. So I was watching this one, and I leaned into him. I'm like, "Is that from the first one?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." Cool. I thought that was pretty funny, but yeah. I mean, but it doesn't really take away from the movie. It's still really good, and if you're a fan of the original, it's gonna really touch some heartstrings. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. Again, I probably enjoyed it more because my son enjoyed it. And that's always good. So
yeah, same here. Again, it was a really fun movie. Again, podcast was probably the steal of the movie.
It was pretty funny.
He was freaking hilarious. I'm really glad they didn't like push too hard on the cameos as well.
Yeah, I mean there was, and it wasn't really. Like,
and pretty much anything in the movie could have just even been a cameo, like the car.
Yeah.
The proton packs.
Yeah.
Everything like that. Just basically was like a cameo, but there were other cameos in there.
I will say this though, this movie is loud as hell. I was like,
really? It wasn't that loud where we went to go watch it.
It might have been the theater I was at because it was fucking loud. I was like, I turned the joint. I was like, is this loud? It's kind of loud. I'm like, it's fucking loud here. But it was still good. I will say though that there's one part at the end where like they just kind of keep, again, there's one part that really kind of like really got me, and they just kind of keep,
going with it.
I'm like, okay, all right, and especially again, I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It was good though. I liked it. Would I watch it again? Yeah, sure. When it comes out on whatever streaming service.
Did you stay for both end credits?
Yes, and it was funny too because it's so weird to like watch your kids grow up because like obviously we're into the movies and like we stay for Marvel movies and like who's the post credit scene. So the movie finishes and my son and Elijah's like, Dad, we have to stay because there's a post credit scene. I heard this. I'm like, what are you reading? How do you know this? And he goes, I think there is. I'm like, I don't know. So I look it up, and there's two. I'm like, oh, damn, he's right. I was like, damn. I was like, how do you know? I don't know. But yeah, we stayed, but both the post-credit scenes went over his head because the second one is I don't want to say it, but it's basically from the first movie.
It's kind of like talking a lot.
Yeah, but yeah. I say for both of them.
I don't even remember what the first one was. What was the first one?
I don't remember either. I really don't remember. Oh yeah, no, it was.
It was something.
Yeah. I remember now.
But yeah, that was a really good movie. So I would go watch it again. I would probably go watch it in theaters again.
I don't know about theater. I mean, I'll watch it like on Halloween or something.
I would go watch it in theaters again.
Yeah, just awkward silence.
What else you got?
We're trying to transition to something else.
Clifford.
Dude, I heard about that movie once coming out, and then like I just this past week they're like, oh, Clifford the Big Red Dog comes out this thing. Like, that's still going on. Like,
that's a thing still.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think of. I know there's something else I wanted to bring up. I just don't remember. Oh my god.
I still want to go see the new Resident Evil movie. That looks pretty good.
I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth with all those movies, and this one doesn't really look all that great. I mean, it looks.
I'm gonna go. I want to go watch it.
I just rather play the games. I'd rather play the games. I miss playing the games. Excuse me. So earlier asking me.
Oh, that's who she was. Duh.
What, Captain Marvel?
No,
Gemma Chan.
Gemma Chan. Crazy Rich Asians, duh.
Yeah, she was like the rich one.
She was the sister.
Yeah.
She was one of the rich Asians.
Yeah, she's exactly that. Damn it.
Spit it out, bro. What you got?
Oh no! You were asking me earlier, like what I've been watching. I started rewatching Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of yeah.
with Julie, because she's never seen it, and like so we started watching it, and I told her I'm like because I didn't start watching Game of Thrones until I met her, and she was like, "Oh, so much stuff that happens. I want to tell you." I'm like, "Don't tell me. I want to watch it." So like, that's how I feel right now with Sons of Anarchy with her, and it's like, oh my god, so many stuff happens. She's on the first season. So I asked him like, "What do you think happens with Gemma? What do you think happens with Tara? What do you think happens with like because so many stuff happens with so many characters like Tig, like with all the stuff with his daughters and all this shit, and just like." And then him and Gemma. Oh, there's so much stuff that goes on in this damn show. I'm just like, this show's amazing. The show is really good though. But you know who annoys me more and more the more I watch it?
Who?
Jax. Tara. The way Tara. Yeah, he's just not really intimidating.
Maybe that's why Jax gets on my nerves. My Dotson.
He like when he yells, he just doesn't sound intimidating at all. He's like the least.
Did you tell her what happens to Ron Perlman?
Yeah, I was like, do you think? And like, it's funny because I was like, what do you think happens to Terry? Do you think she's like a long term character? Do you think short term? Do you think she dies? Do you think she just leaves? She goes, I think she dies, but like short term. I'm like, she would never watch this, so she won't know. And then also too, Opie. I'm like, what happens to Opie? She goes, oh no, she's gonna be gone like first season. I'm like, I mean, he's not his wife. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that fucking show, man. I've been watching again. I started watching. I'm like, damn. I'm just like, just watching the beginning. I'm like, because right now, like, you know, Tara's still in the hospital. Like, her and Jackson not together. And I'm just like, dude, so much shit happens. Like, oh. And then when we were out, I think we were eating at that wing place. Was it last Monday? Mm-hmm. And they were showing a commercial for Hulu, and I guess you get all the shows on Hulu. So one of the like, you know, they show like little like pieces of shows. And one of the things they showed was Jax at the final scene in the last season where Jack's on his bike and he's like that. And I'm just like, don't look! I'm like, no. They literally showed the final fucking scene of the damn show. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? Like, I was like, damn.
Like, show something else, but not that.
Yeah, but she didn't see it though. I'm like, okay, go. Like, don't watch.
Everyone keeps telling me that I need to watch. If I watch Sons of Anarchy and if I enjoyed it, that I need to watch Mayans. But I don't know. I just. Like, do I really want to get myself into that?
I've been wanting to watch it. I just haven't. Like, it doesn't have the same.
Everyone keeps saying it's like better than Sons of Anarchy.
Because it doesn't even follow Marcus, the guy who came out and stuff. It follows like one of his like prospects or something, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, what's his name? Emilio Rivera.
Yeah.
He's in it, but I don't think he's like the main character. It definitely does follow, like you said, a prospect.
I think it follows a prospect or somebody else in the Mayans, but not in the same charter as him. So it's like, like their charters cross, but it's just like they're doing their own shit. I don't know. I gotta work myself up to watch that.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like I have to like really be really be in the mood to be like, okay, I guess I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Because
that's kind of how it was with Yellowstone. Everyone kept telling me about Yellowstone, talking about Yellowstone. I've been hearing it everywhere, and I just like kept blowing it off. 3 seasons later, I was like, fine, I'll watch it, see what this is about, and I got hooked on it.
That's how I was with Cobra Kai.
Kevin Costner, man. It's just something about him.
That's how I was with Cobra Kai. I was like, everybody's talking about the show, and I finally watched it. The show's amazing.
Yeah, the new season is going to be coming out beginning of next year.
January?
Yeah, and they already got, I think, like 2 more seasons that they already greenlit.
Speaking of January, we got new Harry Potter stuff coming out.
Oh, yeah. We got the 20-year reunion for our Sorcerer's Stone, not
the other ones.
Because the other ones obviously weren't 20 years ago, but from the beginning, which started with the Sorcerer's Stone.
They're supposed to have all these. Returning characters. I'm just like, they didn't even come on that movie. like Bellatrix. Yeah. Bellatrix. Yeah, she's supposed to be in it. I'm like, she didn't even come on that one. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like a tribute to Alan Rickman.
Dude, he's. I with a lot of these like shows and movies and stuff, I always like the oddball character, and everybody's like, "Why? He's a bad guy. He's mean. He's," and it's like, because I guarantee you, he's gonna redeem himself.
I know. Me and Julie recently rewatched the Harry Potter movies, and she goes, "I never liked Snape." I'm like, "What do you mean? Snape's one of the best characters." She goes, "No, I just don't understand. Like, he just." I'm like, and I explained to her, especially at the last movie. Like I'm just like, I told her, it's like one of the most famous quotes from Snape is when he says "always," is because when he's talking about Harry Potter's mom and he's in Dumbledore, he goes, "Wait, have you always like loved and cared for Harry?" And he's like, "Always." I'm like, "Oh, I reckon." And I explained that to her, and she goes, and then so the last in Deathly Hallows 2 where he dies, she was like, "Oh man, that hit me harder." And I'm like, "I know, right?" I'm like, "'Cause he's amazing." And yeah, dude, those fucking movies.
Oh, especially when he tells him take him and he's getting the tears.
Take him. I was like, "Oh my god." But yeah,
that whole scene when he like looks and he sees everything that Snape has done and sacrificed and everything. It's like, oh my god. Like,
yeah. I don't, and like thing is, like, when those movies came out in theaters, like I went to go see them in theaters, and I loved them and everything. But like I was like, you know how like people record like audience reactions in theaters. Well, apparently when that scene, like I was watching one in that scene where he's watching the memory, and Snape says "always." It was a theater that everybody was fucking clapping. I'm like, I didn't get that.
See, the whole clapping thing didn't really start happening until like the Marvel stuff for me, and then especially with the new Star Wars. Well, at least with the Force Awakens, everything else was kind of like everyone I think was already kind of over it. Mm-hmm. But definitely when the Force Awakens, like everyone was clapping for like every single thing. I mean, we were all cheering for everything, especially like when Han and Chewie come out. Everyone like cheered for that. Everyone even cheered for the scroll when that like happened. Like,
I like it. Like when you caught up in the moment and everybody just starts clapping, like, oh, okay, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it was good. It was like a really good fan experience. I mean, it's like, cause like we grew up like watching a lot of this stuff, but also a lot of us didn't see like the originals in theaters and stuff like that. So like, to actually see them, was like awesome. I mean, I know like, we got the prequels. Mm-hmm. But we didn't, like, at the time, it was like, you had to be quiet, shut up.
Yeah, movie theater etiquette. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like for me, like also too, like not only that, but it's also too like the fact that someone else is getting excited for something I'm like getting really excited for, and I want to clap, and people are like, okay, now I can clap. Like yeah, fucking this is badass. I also think that too. Like it's and like people are like, oh, like don't be fucking clapping too. I'm like, okay, then go away, just go away. There's gonna be a lot of clapping in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, yeah.
And one more theory before we head out for the day. The reason that it's called Spider-Man No Way Home is because he has no way home. Is because after this movie, he's gonna be stuck in another dimension, and he's not gonna have no way home. Just saying.
I was trying to burp it out, but I couldn't. So okay, I got one more thing on that. Here it comes. One more thing on the Spider-Man thing. Obviously, we are, yes or no, we are going to get 2 appearances from 2 other Spider-Mans.
Yes, they have to. Want to know why? Because in one of the trailers, he even says, "You're not Peter Parker." They're already set it up. It's already set up right there. The fact that he says you're not Peter Parker, and there's also a TV spot. I'm pretty sure you've seen it, where like it's that part where Doc Ock is locked in a little prison cell, and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man talking to him, and Doctor Strange asks him, he goes, "Is this Peter Parker, Spider-Man?" And Doc Ock says, "No." So it's already set up that this dude already has memories of another Spider-Man. And the only Spider-Man that this particular guy who's playing this character has experienced is Tobey Maguire. So it's set up. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him.
Okay. Yes or no? MJ is gonna meet her fate.
Zendaya's MJ?
Yeah.
No. People have been theorizing too that in the trailer when they show her falling and they show someone diving after her and it's made to look like it's Tom Holland. People are like, "Oh, it's Andrew Garfield." I think that's far fetched. I'm like, no, it's not.
Okay.
Because why would Andrew Garfield save MJ? No, he was in love with Gwen Stacy.
But what if he's seen like a repeat of what he went through and what he lost?
I just think it'll be so like thrown off that Andrew Garfield saves Zendaya.
Okay, what if he saves Ned?
Yeah, because poor Ned's being left up there. And there's another fucking theory too. People are like, "Oh, in this scene, because it's seen that Ned was holding MJ and then she falls and he's stuck up there, and then Spider-Man saves MJ. This is when Ned starts getting like jealous or like that Spider-Man didn't save him. This is when he becomes hot.
Really? Because
Goblin.
what I saw about it was that Ned was falling too, and so Peter had to make a choice: save his best friend or save the love of his life.
Are we gonna have another amazing Spider-Man shot where it has MJ and because that's pretty awesome. You gotta admit.
Which one?
From the first Spider-Man movie, where Green Goblin has MJ and the
Okay, because you said Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, no. I meant an amazing scene.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Where he's got MJ and then he's got the kids.
Yeah, and then they fall and he's just like, "Oh, that's so cool." You gotta admit that's cool. That's a cool shot. Because he has to decide. He's like running.
Well, obviously he went for MJ.
He did go for MJ.
No hesitation. Fuck the kids, go for MJ, and hopefully I get to her first fast enough to save the kids.
I will though. I will say this and I will say so far because the first 2 movies we've gotten with Zendaya, like she's been there, but not like hasn't been his girlfriend. So we'll see how she is in this next movie, but. So far, I think the best love interest in all the movies is Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy. She's the best. She is the best. She is hands down the best. I love Mary Jane. I love Kristen Stewart. Oh no, Kristen. What's her name?
Who? Kristen Dunst.
Kristen Dunst. I say Kristen Stewart. That's Kristen Dunst.
Twilight.
Yeah. I do like her, but she was kind of a bitch. I do love.
She did make Tobey Maguire like really like.
Dude, this bitch.
Hey, whoa! What? Whoa!
When I say this bitch, I mean both of them. Her and fucking
Tobey
Tobey Maguire. She is after the second movie. She leaves J. Jonah Jameson's son at the altar. She's running from the altar, smiling, and then she comes to fucking Peter Parker, and she's like, "I love you," and I love you too. And then the sirens ring. She's like, "Go get him, Tiger!" And she winks at him, and he like jumps out the window, and she goes. And then like the next movie, he's over here saving people, and she's like, "Oh, you're late again." Like this, what do you want? You told me to go get him, Tiger. Now I'm getting him, and now you're not. Oh my god.
I just can't. This is why Gwen Stacy is gonna be better. Okay, what's another thing that people were saying? Yes or no? Venom's gonna make an appearance.
Post-credit scene? Yes. I think.
Okay, so not in the actual movie.
No, again, because and I really hope not, because I don't want them to cram more of it. Like, but again, too, like I don't think they're not going to show him, because why would they have that scene in Venom, the post-credit scene of Venom 2? Sorry if you haven't seen it, but it's on YouTube. You can watch it in full. And the thing is, I didn't. Okay, because the first time I saw the end credit scene for Venom 2, I watched it like the week that Venom came out, and it was a shitty video quality, you know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Have you seen that video, the YouTuber or the TikToker? He does videos, and he's like, it's just him narrating like someone, like people doing like fixing stuff. So it's like it's a video of someone making like a golf hole, and they're like digging, and like it's muddy, so it, like the water falls. He goes, "Oh, they're digging a hole," and then the water pops out. He goes, "Oh my god, it's quiet." I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, or Venom. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, why would they? Oh, I didn't see it at first because I saw the post credit scene now in HD. Like, he's laying somewhere, and then everything happens, and then he's transferred to somebody else. You ever notice that? I mean, you saw the movie. Mm-hmm. He's laying in a shitty kind of place watching TV, and then when everything happens, it changes to where he's in like a hotel room.
So here's another thing. In the latest trailer, the food trailer, one of the reasons why Doctor Strange and Spider-Man are battling each other is because Spider-Man is trying to save
these people from dying.
These people,
the villains.
Because what does Doctor Strange say?
He says that they all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate.
Fighting a Spider-Man.
He says a Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Did he say
However, Lizard didn't die.
Sandman didn't die. Don't know who died.
Hobgoblin in The Amazing Spider-Man didn't die.
No, he didn't. Green Goblin died.
Green Goblin died.
Harry Osborn died. Venom died.
Doc Ock died, but Spider-Man didn't kill him.
Yeah, he drowned.
He sacrificed himself.
Yeah. So that's been the thing too. Like the reason that he's
Electro died.
Yes, he died. Yes, and also too, like he looks way different. He's the only one that looks different. I wonder why. You know, like why would they change him and not change Lizard? Because the Lizard design is terrible. He doesn't.
Like a Koopa.
He looks like a Goomba, and he looks like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Hey man, you need Dwayne The Rock Johnson alone.
So where were you going with that? Is that just a coincidence to what you were saying?
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with it.
At this point, guys, we're just talking.
Okay, what else? What's up with the black suit? What's your theory on the black suit?
Okay. I have seen videos.
Okay. In the first trailer, we see him in a black suit. Everyone keeps saying, like, oh, no, that's not a black suit. That's not a black suit. Yes, it was a black suit. In my opinion, when I first saw it, I was like, holy shit, that's a Venom suit.
That's what I thought at first. I thought it was a Venom suit.
Because it reminded me of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, shit, that's a Venom suit. But people are saying no. But then we get the second trailer, and now we see a black suit, but he's got...
Doctor Strange's.
If
you notice, too, it has a lot of wiring and a lot of circuit boards on it. So people are saying that, what if it's his original Spider-Man suit just turned inside out? Because you remember the original Spider-Man suit in the first one, they hack into it because it has all these, Tony Stark, designs and everything. They're turned inside out because that way he could experiment it and he could somehow work with Doctor Strange. I don't know, but I don't think it's the Venom suit. Definitely not the Venom suit. I think it's just, again, because in Spider-Man Far From Home, we got like a stealth suit. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's a Venom suit." No, it's not. It's definitely not.
It really wasn't.
It really wasn't either. So I think this is too, like, it's just another suit that he's gonna have to make himself to adapt to harvesting these powers. Because if you notice, he has that ring the Doctor Strange does, while in the back, Electro is doing his shit. Let's see. Okay, I got one. Is it just gonna be Sandman's mummy face, or is it gonna be Thomas Hayden Church, the actor who played him in Spider-Man 3?
Is he actually gonna form?
Yeah,
I think he's gonna form.
I would love to see him form, because
he's gotta form at least once.
He's an amazing actor. Have you seen George's Jungle? He's in that movie. He's a good actor.
He's got to form. He's got to at least form once.
Are we or are we not going to get any hint or anything towards Miles Morales?
Nothing towards Miles Morales.
No? Nothing?
Not at this point in time.
Yeah, I think it's
the closest we got was with Donald Glover appearing in the first one, saying that his nephew is a big fan, but that was about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll get him just yet. I think it's just a little too soon.
Speaking of which, we're supposed to be getting a teaser trailer for the new Spider-Verse movie too pretty soon.
Okay, so Spider-Verse. Are we going to get Tom Holland making a voice cameo in Spider-Verse?
No. No. No.
So, you know how in the What If episodes where we got Spider-Man and it wasn't Tom Holland? You want to know why? Apparently it's because Sony has all the rights to Spider-Man animated. No. Tom. It was some loophole, but that Tom Holland couldn't voice an animated Spider-Man, so they had to get another actor to sound like Spider-Man. I don't know how it works or why it works, but there was some sort of loophole why Tom Holland couldn't play him in the What If series. Again, I don't know why. It had to do something with had to do something with strictly animation, voice acting.
Well, because
No. It's because if you notice, all this Spider-Man animated series is on Disney Plus. It's because Disney has the rights to the animated shows. Live action, Sony has to have their input. So What If series is not a Marvel Sony production. It's a strictly Marvel production. So Sony wouldn't let them use Tom Holland in a Marvel strictly show. That's why Marvel has.
Sony, get over your fucking self.
I know, right? That's
God damn it. You already fucked up twice. You fucked up twice.
They're stingy.
Just take your losses.
They're stingy.
Fucking God.
That was exactly why. Because again, if you go on, you can watch all the animated Spider-Man shows because Disney has the rights to their animation, and Sony has pretty much the rights to
get over yourself,
action.
man. Get over yourself.
Y'all wouldn't be here once from Marvel.
What's the best thing you've ever done, Sony? What's the best thing you've ever done? Just look at this. Look at that. Sony, what? Pictures?
What were we watching yesterday? Where they were using a Sony. Oh, it was the night before.
Oh yeah, the night before. Okay, you did Ghostbusters. Cool. You did the new Resident Evil. Okay, you did Casino Royale. Which I still haven't even seen any of the Daniel Craig 007s.
I didn't even. I thought you owned some of them.
I own all of them.
I borrowed them for you to watch them.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
Yeah, get over yourself, Sony. Fuck. Damn, man. Jeez.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut the cameras off. We've been mumbling for a good 30 minutes now. But again, guys, we're if you watch us on YouTube, I know there are a couple of you guys that watch us. Please comment. Please like, subscribe. I mean, I know you subscribed already, but if you're not, subscribe and share with your friends. We just want some interaction back, and let's talk.
Sorry we were a little boring for this episode. We didn't really know what we were going to talk about, but it's been a whole month.
And also, these beers are kicking in. We were also on Spotify, guys. If you're on the go, or you listen to us while you clean the house, while you're driving, working out, or if you're working, you can listen to your listen to your AirPods. Pop us on. We're on Spotify. Download it. It really helps us out a lot. And if you guys have not tried the Saint Arnold beer, it's really good. So we're gonna continue drinking this off air, and So thank you guys for watching. So
I got a doctor's appointment in the morning.
I have the morning off, and I gotta work tomorrow night.
Oops.
Anyway, guys, happy holidays. Be nice to one another. Don't be a piece of shit. Make sure you guys are driving fine.
Be courteous, be happy, appreciate everything you have. And we'll try to get to do this maybe in 2 weeks.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure our next episode we're gonna be reviewing Spider-Man. Let's just be honest.
Well, I'm hoping to at least do something before Spider-Man.
We're also looking into releasing short videos on YouTube. If you guys might be interested in us doing little smaller videos on YouTube, then comment down below. Let us know what you think. I mean, how do we know? How do we know if you guys can talk to us?
I know someone who is.
Joel?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what we do. We'll be out here. We'll let you know. But we're going to be drinking some more and talking off air. So cheers. You guys stay safe. And we'll see you next time.